I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Yep, this is what they used to look like. This is how the video used to be. And couple of funny notes here. I was going through the list that I have, and one of the more common requests that I have on the list is TXT, or maybe it's just pronounced text, I don't know. That's right, I used to pronounce it text. So, anyway. Here's some fun facts about what I knew about TXT before we started listening to them on the channel more fully. If you were not here, if you're a new subscriber, I was under the belief at the time that BTS sounded like TXT. I believe I said that before in videos. And in fact, I think in my very first listening to a BTS video, I straight up said, they sound a lot like TXT. And woo boy, did I get raked over the coals for that comment. Oh man, a lot of you probably don't know this, but the very first iteration of that video I had to take down. Yeah, I got absolutely slammed for that. But anyway, everything's all well and good now, I think. But the other funny thing is too, not only that, I actually genuinely thought the group's name was Text. Yes. And when I heard them say, Tomorrow by Together, I was absolutely just dumbfounded. I was like, isn't it text? Like it says TXT, like that was the acronym for text messaging back at the, what I remembered anyway. So, yeah. I think it should be pretty interesting to listen to the song for the first time in over a year. Let's check it out. That's actually pretty wild looking.
너무 싫어 그냥 웃지 Baby I know we were special 세상 하나뿐인 special 너의 비워진 그 선물 상자 같은 눈빛 전무는 듯해 So no 하나 Yeah I can But it's you You're the one that I want You Everything that I want Blue 내 곁에 내린 blue 모든 게 바뀌어 But it's you 어제 삼은 걔는 아름다워 Cause imagination 저 하늘에 오래된 빛바람이 끝이 나기 전에 Cause imagination 찬양해 Can you feel the rush? Can you feel the rush? 시간 난 멈춰줘 I wanna say 저 세계의 경계선 끝쯤에 너와 나를 남기고파 Come on let's do it I wanna say 너는 나만의 special 하나뿐인 내 special 꿈의 문이 열리고 추억 속는 현실로 So tell me what to do 태양을 멈추고 미소짓 멈추지 Whoa 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 yeah You're the one that I want You Everything that I want 그 순간 물든 널 모든 게 바뀌어 어제 삼은 계속 아름다워 Cause imagination 저 하늘에 오래된 빛마법이 끝이 나기 전에 Imagination 찬양해 Can you feel the rush? Can you feel the rush? 시간 난 멈춰줘 I wanna say 난 끝이 날 걸 알아. The sun is down, 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 down. 저 밤에 네가 사라지기 전 화장 속에 널 눈에 담아. Cause imagination 하늘에 오렌지 머리 끝이 나기 전에 imagination 찬화해. Can you feel the rush? Can you feel the rush? 시간 난 멈춰줘. I wanna say 세계의 경계선 끝쯤에 넌 나를 넘기고파.
Don't step on the book. Oh. So, yes, this was my first introduction to TXT. I'll bring it back once, just once. Don't get too mad. This is what text looks like. Oh, man. You know, the thing that I find just so interesting is just that there is so much that we learn about a group. And just like this given week, there, you know, you kind of really do see him go through everything. That's why I'm so thankful for the viewers who have like absolutely just crushed it with the recommendations. Your guidance is very much appreciated. I still think that this is the song that made me just absolutely believe that everything that they did was happy and like cute and fluffy and positive vibes all around, and kind of had this awesome imagination. And you know, I love me some good imagination. So this is it's kind of awkward and interesting to come back, just because the fact of the matter is like I knew where I was then, I know where I'm at now, and you know, I think one thing that kind of goes a little unsaid when it comes to, I want to point out two things. Actually, I have to get something. Okay, so I have it. First and foremost, I want to show, I'm going to slide this over here, hopefully it doesn't become too hard to hear, how I used to do my setup. We're going a little bit old school. So I take my cell phone, right? And as I did, I would I would set up these boxes. I have one here for Pokemon and one for, and I realized that I can't use the Pokemon one. Yes, they do have cards in them. This holds most of my rares. In fact, if I even pull one out. Oh, I even have some sleeve stuff here. Let's pull out one of the sleeves, shall we? Yeah. One of the gods. Keranos, god of storms. I also had all their weapons too. I remember the best one was the god of the forge and his hammer at the time. Yep, there's Erebos right there. Has all my old cards in here too. I just saw something from the betrayal and of Kamigawa. So anyway, I'd stack them up like this, but the other way around, because I realized that. And then if you've ever seen me fidgeting off screen, it is this. It is a little tiny hammer that you saw a picture of. I have a Harley that hangs on my like on my monitor with my BTS stuff. And I'd put this little hammer that it came with like this. And then I'd take my phone as such, and I'd sit it perfectly like this. This is how I used to record my videos. And maybe it was sitting at a T, I'm not quite 100% certain. That's how I used to record my videos. And that was what you saw in that first video when I pulled up the clip. And that's... There was no mic. There was no headphones. I found an app that I think was just called Super Recording Screen. And I had to try and find and hide that bubble off in the corner like you saw. And that was when I first got into this. And I was listening to TXT at the time. Text at the time. And yeah, stiff as a button. But anyway... You know, the thing that is kind of interesting, though, is I still kind of share the same thoughts that I had. Really, really just a crisp foundation. They have such good, like, chemistry between each other. The building blocks of the song are really strong. I'm glad that they still stuck with kind of the one genre. It does still make me happy. It does make me happy. And I think this is the song that kind of painted the image that I have had since then. And wow, have we changed? We all have changed. I mean, even that facial hair, woof. I miss it. I would get that and I'd wear a cowboy hat. So well, more like an Undertaker hat. But yeah, growth is important. And I think that that's something that I can see here. I really liked this song, though. I do think that it's actually a fun jam. The interesting thing is when you start listening to this music compared to like what we just went through with like Frost and not Blue Hour, we just listened to Blue Hour, and like Throwing Stones and stuff like that, and just their maturity and it all too. I think that, of course, they probably have songs that are fun and like this too anyway. Like, don't get me wrong. In fact, how old is this song? Yeah, this is only 3 years old. 2 or 3 years old. So, you know, and most groups like to have at least one song that kind of sounds a little bit happy and a little bit more pop-esque. And that's a good thing. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this song. 1 year later, I think that this song is actually a lot more dynamic than I remember it being. The construction of the song, I think, is actually quite unique. And actually, this is still probably one of my favorite music videos out there. This is pretty cool. And yeah, trying to load it. You know, I think the interesting thing is I think it still stands true that I think that they're one of the groups that really does kind of keep that weird part of K-pop, and I like that. You know, that's kind of something that is fading away a little bit, but there's a few artists out there that kind of keep to it, and you know, I think I could put TXT up there, and I like that. You know, the whole keep K-pop weird. That's a motto for me. Anyway, thank you all so much, and we'll see you for the next one.